Hi, if you are interested in GoPros and drones and have no idea where to begin, you just keep it locked in right here. If you have just a little bit of adventure in you, GoPros and drones are worth it. This is beginner stuff that I would have wanted to know back when I was first considering GoPros and drones. Also, I promise you, I will save you at least $100. So if you're teaching your kids to ski or swim, there is no better way to capture that for posterity than with a GoPro. If you're a beginner, I'm here to tell you that your timing is perfect. Why? Well, you haven't had to go through the 10 plus years of growing pains of tweaks and bugs and waterproofing and stabilization. Now you are in the era of no questions asked warranties. These guys are billion-dollar companies. You know you broke it, they know you broke it, so they're just trying to get you back on the road. So why in the world would you want a GoPro or a drone? You might be a plumber. You're not a daredevil, not a professional photographer. If you have just a little bit of adventure in you, GoPros and drones are worth it. No doubt about it. GoPros and drones can pay for themselves hundreds of times over. Dash cameras in cars, visually survey property you already own or are thinking about buying. Okay, so what we're looking at here is land that's in my family, and we're going to be clearing it down to the creek by using goats. So it's going to be cool to document that progress there. Right here is land that is currently listed for $16.5 million. And to get this kind of intel not so long ago would have only been done with an airplane. So to be able to use a drone to see how the land lays next to the highway, as well as the way it is situated near the waste management site as well, is valuable information indeed. Well, now you know. Thanks to this guy. So when my family went snowmobiling in Steamboat, Colorado, at the Lucky 8 Bison Ranch, by the way, they were really good to us out there. They offered helmets already equipped with GoPro mounts. You'll find the same thing with the zip lining and other adventure type services. Now, like you, I watched tons of videos about GoPros and drones on YouTube, but most of the stuff that I saw was already set at the intermediate advanced level. For example, it was assumed that I'd be privy to all the types of mounting accessories that I was going to need. This stuff is crucial to know about. I'll show it all to you right here. This is stuff that I learned by looking it up and buying it and playing with it. So I hope it's of some help to you. Okay, so here are the goodies we're going to go over here crazy quick. We got the GoPro Heroes, as they're called. 5, 6, 7. We're skipping over 8. I'll tell you why here in a minute. And here is the Karma drone, also made by GoPro. And here is the DJI Mavic MINI drone. It is not made by GoPro, totally different company. And like I said before, you are not too late for the party. In fact, you are just in time to be acquainted with the next big thing that's coming out. Ta-da! This is the new 360 camera by GoPro called the Max. I've just got tape on my things because they're hard to see if you drop them, and plus it helps differentiate them if you're hanging out with buddies that also have GoPros. Okay, so this is the next new big thing that most of your friends have probably never even heard of. 360 cameras. They capture everything, and it is the reason why we were skipping over the Hero 8. I understand the Hero 8 to be a fine product. I'm just not made of money, and I opted to buy the 360 camera this year. Speaking of money, I haven't forgotten about that sweet moolah that I promised to save you. So when you're ready to buy one of these GoPros or drones, budget around $200 more than whatever the purchase price is. Battery life is never enough, so get extra batteries. Those batteries are going to need chargers. You're also going to need mounting accessories. Pretty much the same rule applies for your drones as well. And more especially for drones, you're going to need extra propellers. Because if you weren't crashing drones, you weren't flying drones. Thankfully, propellers are the usual culprit that get broken, and they're cheap and easy to replace. However, since you can't go to the store and buy them, you need to have them on hand. So budget those in when you're ready to go. All the GoPros I broke, all the drones I crashed, were all my fault. Now they have warranties that are described as no questions asked. So that just makes it easy on everybody. Just get the warranties. Alright, so here's that money saving part. So wake up! So as you can see, the GoPro Heroes 5, 6, and 7 look pretty much alike. They look like little boxes, but they are little boxes that capture crisp video. But what you absolutely need are mounting accessories. Alright, so as you can see right here, if you cherry pick the GoPro mounting accessories, those costs will add up to $100 with just 2 or 3 things. So being that you're at stage 1 and don't even know what you like, so just get all the mounting methods right here. Let me show you. I mean, check all this stuff out. It's got everything you're going to need. You got selfie stick, that's kind of my go-to. It's so versatile. You've got the helmet mounts, got wrist mounts, got chest mounts. This is an aquatic selfie stick type of mount, which is not waterproof, by the way. Find this stuff out by playing with it. It doesn't even float. Got gobs of sticky mounts, so you can fix it to things like this is mounted by a sticky thing that will come in the kit. And it also comes with a bicycle mount, pretty sweet. So just simply expand the description of this video right down here below, and it'll provide you a list of all the goodies that I'm covering. And there's a link that'll take you right where you need to go to get a sweet deal on all these adaptable GoPro mounting accessories. So what's up with the GoPro Heroes 5, 6, and 7? What's the significance? Well, they all fit the same mounting hardware accessories. Their batteries are all also compatible with each other. And they are also all compatible with GoPro's drone called the Karma. And they are also all compatible with the ultimate stabilizing accessory called the Karma Grip. I'll show you that here. Yeah. So we need to keep things simple in this video. Alright, so if a GoPro Hero 5 or 6 falls in your lap, awesome, snag it up. But what we're going to focus on in this video is the Hero 7. Back to the future, the GoPro Max 360 camera, I'd steer you towards the 7 as opposed to this because this involves editing. And that's not beginner 101 stuff.
Hey, I have to go in a second. I'm asking you specific questions.
I don't know yet. I'm playing with it.
So,
I don't know everything.
Like when you hold it like this, is it shooting you and me at the same time?
Yes, it should be. So when I go back and edit, I'll know.
Okay. All right, now can you put it down because I'm about to go.
Yeah. This isn't going anywhere. Cool things to come. Keep it on your radar. But we're going to talk about the 7 in this video. So what sets the GoPro Hero 7 apart from the 5 and 6? Stabilization. They all look the same, but it's what's inside. Hyper Smooth is the technology that they call it, and it will make your footage look cinematic just by doing some simple techniques. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here coming up. Auto manufacturers gradually improve their models of vehicles, just making subtle changes and improvements every year before making big radical design changes on, say, that 4th or 5th year. GoPro is obviously doing the same thing. So having said that, the GoPro Hero 8 as well as the GoPro Max are those radical design changes that I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some footage of fun stuff and then we'll get into the drones. Okay, so here's a little ski trip with my friend Classy. See, there's a Hero 6 with no stabilization. Good picture, but a little choppy. And we got a Hero 7 with that built-in stabilization. You can see how smooth it gets. Back to the 6, a little choppy, but clear. Now look to the right. You see how I'm holding that selfie stick to capture this footage? That's my go-to. Alright, back to the 6, no stabilization. Hero 7, stabilized. Now we're going to flip the script. My buddy has the Hero 5 with the GoPro Karma grip. So we got the oldest camera, but the best stabilization. And arguably, he captured the best video of the day. Now as you grow more comfortable with your GoPro and you got friends and family that have them, you can kind of splice the footage and have a little fun with it at your friend's expense. Good times.
That was epic!
This doesn't seem to get old. Look Okay, so what makes a good video? Well, start with the subject. The subject happens to be me. But all kidding aside, it's a person or people doing something cool, accompanied by stabilization of the camera. Notice that it's just rock solid, buttery smooth. And sunlight. Sunlight's the best light. So you smash all that together, you got a good video. We're not doing anything dangerous or expensive. And anybody can do stuff just like this with their family and friends.
Inside my chest.
Okay, so here we are segueing into drones, and I'm really proud of this shot right here. I'm using a setting called Follow Me. Yeah, I'll just tell you my magic tricks right here off the bat. It's essentially tethering the drone to the remote control. I'm just holding the remote control and the drone is following it wherever I go. I just happen to be snowboarding. You know, you could use an ATV, you could be running or whatever. And this is just a really cool shot that I was able to obtain. Man, I think way back in the day when they had to use helicopters to get something like this, I'm just tickled to death at how this came out. Okay, so on our way home from our trip, we found this old mill in West Virginia, and we broke out our drones and decided to just goof off and capture footage and then splice it all together. At this point, I don't even know who shot what. I do know that Classy shot this footage right here. He came within an inch of losing his drone. He's a nut. This is me following him. This is him doing his thing. And, you know, just back and forth. Cool stuff. And he darn near lost his drone again. Okay, so the GoPro Karma. It's got some pros, no pun intended. It's not super zippy, so it makes for a good beginner drone in my opinion. Anyway, it was my first drone, so I'm speaking from that experience. Check this out. The remote has a nice big touch screen that has really good clarity. I like to look over my footage with it, and it doesn't tie up my cell phone like a lot of other drone remotes. Okay, so here is the Karma drone made by GoPro. Unfortunately, made is past tense. They released it in 2016 and stopped production in 2018. However, you can still find them sold on eBay for good deals, and GoPro still sells the parts and keeps updating the software. It keeps you up and flying. I've owned two of these, and the second one I was able to find everything on GoPro's website except for the stabilizer, which I found on eBay. That's where blind brand loyalty got me. I like the land, sea, and air compatibility of the GoPro stuff and went for it as my first drone purchase, knowing full well it was a discontinued item. I mean, think about it. I can run, hike, bike, then dive 30 feet underwater, then take it 400 feet in the air. All just variations of this one core device. So the cons is they're big and they ain't making them anymore, which now brings us to the Mavic MINI. They don't call it the Mini for nothing. And here's a hot item right now. The two companies are not affiliated. This little stinker right here took 3 weeks to arrive, and they only allow you one per order. Good old supply and demand, but the price was still reasonable at the time of making this video. You are going to want one of these. It's small, it's light, and it holds up well and shoots terrific crisp video. It comes with guards for the propellers, which is an excellent feature for beginners. Speaking of light, it has a very specific weight of 249 grams. So GoPros and drones gobble up batteries, so just be prepared and budget for it, just like I told you about. And that way you won't get bummed out, you can keep the party going. And don't forget about that warranty. In this day and age, it shouldn't take 3 weeks to get or do anything, but that's just the reality of where we are with this little thing right here. So the sooner you order it, the sooner you get it. Alright, so where do we go from here? Well, at the time of shooting this video, I can tell you the cheapest and easiest way to enter the world of GoPro is with the Hero 7 right here. If you were my BFF, I would tell you, go get the Hero 7, get that awesome accessories pack that's aftermarket I told you about, saved you gobs of money. Remember how I hooked you up back there? Try all that out, see how you like it, and then grow into their new stuff after that. Right now, because it's not the latest thing, you can find pretty good deals on the Hero 7. So this is a really good entry-level GoPro product to get in on and go from there. Drones. Even though I love my GoPro Karma and it's adaptable to the Hero 7, I have to leave that up to you, knowing that it's discontinued. Oftentimes when you find the Karma, it'll come with the Karma grip. So if you find a smoking deal on eBay or something like that, I don't know, that's what I did. So, all right, we're about at the end, and there's one last thing I wanted to show you. Memory cards. So these right here, this is where your pictures and videos are captured, all on this little thing. And everything I've shown you relies upon these. They're not cheap, but because I told you about that $200 extra to budget for, you are fiscally and psychologically prepared. That should about do it. You are ready to go. All right. I hope you folks have enjoyed watching this video half as much as I enjoy making it. Ah, crap. What?
Is there a reason your phone's been off for about an hour?
Yes. I'm making videos.
Oh, well, I only made dinner. Scott.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
It's not...
She's a little mad. So, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video half as much as I had fun making this video. Hey, if you happen to think these shirts are kind of cool, you can go to donotwastethisday.com, pick yourself up one, send one to a loved one. Hey, and the shipping's free, so enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, would you mind giving me a thumbs up there? It helps with my YouTube's algorithm. I sure would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it means the world to me. And consider subscribing, too. Okay, that's about all I've got. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye. Off she goes to a happy home. Can you go up? Can you go up? I can't hear you. Happy home.
Pretty